Hey, everybody. I have a quick message here about communication. A lot has been coming up with communication recently. And if there is we communicate in all different ways. And I'm sure that you have heard that no answer is still an answer. But in the way that you don't answer or the way that someone else is not answering you, can be a really good indicator of where that person is at and also where you're at. Now, when working through, or there's some tension or there's something that's happened that needs to be, or that you might want or like to have addressed, the feeling the need that it has to be dealt with might be that urgency coming from you. So allowing people space, some time. But if this is a pattern with someone in your life where you want to come to an amicable space, you are someone who is looking for resolution, that wants to shift and grow and understand and adjust the sails a little bit, or even just get to know how other people tick, and how you can have a respectful interactions or relationship to whatever degree or level those are on. But if there's someone who you ask or you talk to and you're very kind and you're respectful and there was something that happened that created some sort of tension, maybe a divide. And if there are practical things that need to be put on the table or discussed, or and this person is refusing to get back to you, that could very well be ghosting. And in these situations, when you're dealing with someone who is an expert avoider in their life, someone who does not want to take responsibility, someone who maybe is intimidated by the directness that you have or the willingness to step into a conversation or into something with an open heart and mind, wanting to get to the bottom of it or wanting to talk, and this person just isn't interested, or has shown you by their actions that they are not interested. And maybe they are, but they don't have the skills to communicate effectively. You still have to move on. You need to let those people do whatever the fuck they're gonna do. I don't mean that in a bad way. That I use that word just, You gotta let go. Let people choose. Let people show you exactly where they belong in your life and in your future. Anybody who is going to, when someone is coming with an eagerness or a willingness to, and with kindness and good intention to explore or to get, really truly get to the bottom of something, and the other people or person, you know what? Worry about you. Stop communicating altogether. Stop reaching out, looking for validation, looking for some little carrot to be dangling there for you. Those people are so good at controlling other people by their unwillingness and crippled nature to avoid things, to skirt what could potentially be this opportunity to step through and walk through something difficult, because that's why we have challenges. This is why we have, we cannot have, what I might say we can't have, but when there is conflict that arises, to truly move forward, there needs to be acknowledgement on both sides, not just one. Communication is a two-way street. And again, this is about that. If there's someone who is cutting off, cutting you off, take the fucking hint. This is where I'm at, because this happens to me a lot. And there are some people in my life, and I've had this so much. So take it from me, you don't need anybody else's approval. You don't need anybody else's acceptance or acknowledgement to be sovereign, a sovereign being, and to be free. Do not allow people to control or manipulate you by their lack of action, by their avoidance. Keep moving forward and leave those people wherever they are in their journey of learning, and leave them there. Allow them to be where they are in love, wishing them the best. And for whatever karmic consequences there are there. And this is the thing, the word consequences has come to all of us, or to people, in a way of that a consequence is punishment. Consequences could be a punishment or seen as that, but that's not what a consequence is. It is an action or reaction to another thing that's happened. So it's difficult to move forward in this, but when you have exhausted all of and you are exhausted with trying so hard to hold on to something or someone that you see all the good, that you're able to see the quote, like potential or whatever it is. It's not our job to fix anybody, to hold anybody along, to drag them along where we're going. We don't need to piggyback anybody. What we want are people who are willing to walk with us. Maybe we're not all we aren't. None of us are in the exact same space, but as long as we are journeying on a forward movement, then that is what we want, in being able to recognize where others are at and love people where they're at. We cannot exist in relationships that are based on potential when there is no action from the other party or from ourselves, from one of those parties. So that's my little wisdom tidbit for Tuesday. Is it Tuesday or is it Wednesday? No, you guys, it's Wednesday. What is this? Wednesday wisdom. Have a wonderful day, everybody. This was supposed to be under 3 minutes, but you know what? This is just the way that it is. So take care, everybody, and have a wonderful week.